Hi guys, so welcome back sa ating YouTube channel. So ito na yung pinaka-last topic natin para sa Advanced Calculus. Then, may na ako agad na pasensya kasi napakahaba nitong topic na to. So napakahaba nitong video na to kasi malawak yung topic. Hindi ko na siya nagawa ng paraan para pagdalawin. So, I guess karuktong din naman siya ng ating gamma function. So, may idea ka na sa gamma function, paano yung mga techniques o yung mga possible nating way para gamitin siya. Ito naman tayo. Dito tayo sa may beta function. So, this lesson is all about the beta function. So, what is a beta function? So, the beta function denoted by b of m comma n is defined by b of m comma n or the beta between m and n. So, beta of m comma n is equal to the integral from 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 times 1 minus x n minus 1 raised to n minus 1 dx. So, napakasimple ng ating definition. Guys, ang gagawin mo lang is just dapat makita mo na meron tayong x raised to m minus 1. Then, yung 1 minus x natin. So, isa sa dalawang importante. Kung sa gamma, x sa e raised to x o e raised to negative x importante. Dito naman, x and 1 minus x. Dapat makita tayo ng variable times 1 minus that variable. Ganun kasimple. Then, yung exponent nila yung magko-conclude ng ating m, n, n. So, similar case, ganun din. Kung papapansin mo, m sila sa labas at n sa loob, m and n sila sa labas sa beta, pagpasok sa loob ng beta o dun sa integral, minus 1 na silang dalawa. And dapat tignan natin yung positioning. Tapos, syempre, consider din natin yung ating upper and lower boundary, which is the lower boundary is 0 and then the upper boundary is 1. Actually, this beta function has a lot of form, hindi lang yung ganyan. So, may marami kasi siyang cases. So, mamaya natin pag-usapan or probably kung meron man tayo example, any goods na goods tayo doon, no? So, by the way, no, ano ko lang din sa inyo, requested to eh. So, may kasi, kaya din talaga tayo napunta sa topic na to. So, technically, nasa DE siya. Again, ulitin ko, nasa DE siya. Pero, ayun nga, gusto ko siya ituro kasi part din naman siya ng analysis. So, napakaganda na ito. At least, na-enhance yung mindset, na-enhance yung utak nyo. Nakikita nyo. Tapos, isa pa sa kagandahan nito guys is, ayun nga no, share ko lang. May nakataas ako nag-post parang about sa gamma. Tapos parang sabi mahirap daw. Tapos sabi ko comment lang din talaga ako doon. So sabi ko, kaya mo tuturo ko yan. Yung tinuro ko nga yun. So as requested, tinuro ko siya dito. Tapos napakadali lang yun. Kayo magalala. Now, move on tayo no. Which convergent for m is greater than 0 and n is greater than 0. So we have an illustration. So again, another illustration. So similar thoughts lang din naman siya. Hindi ko na siya masyadong anuhin. So, illustration number 1 or letter A. So, we have integral from 0 to 1 ng x raised to 4 then 1 minus x raised to 3 dx. So, obviously, alam natin na ito yung m, no? So, in this part, yung m natin is m minus 1 is equal to 4. Yung isa naman is n minus 1 is equal to 3. So, what is m? M is 5 and n is 4. So, therefore, this is just equivalent sa beta of 5, 4. Ayun lang siya. Okay, so what if naman binigyan kita ng beta? So, we have beta of 1, 3. So, this is just equal sa integral from 0 to 1 ng x raised to 0, I guess. Kasi, 1 minus 1 para makita nyo. Then we have 1 minus x, then 3 minus 1 dx. And this is just equal sa integral. X raised to 0 is just 1, so this is just 1 minus x raised to 2 dx. So ito yung kanang equivalent form. Okay, so ganun siya, intindihin yung ating beta function. Now, let's have the properties of beta function. So, paano nga ba siya ini-evaluate o paano siya may sinasolve? So, kung napapansin nyo, kung nababasa mo at nakikita mo naman na siguro na from the properties itself, ang beta para masolve mo siya, we are going to use gamma. Okay, so meaning nandito pa rin si properties of gamma. So, properties of beta function number 1, if you are going to solve the value of beta of m, n, that is only equal sa gamma of m times gamma of n all over gamma of m plus n. So, kung gusto ko i-solve to, this is just equivalent lang daw dito. This is just gamma of 5, gamma of 4 over gamma of 9. Okay, which is equal sa 4 factorial 3 factorial over 8 factorial. Tapos ikaw na bahala mag-solve kung ano man ilalabas dyan. Okay, so ganun lang siya. Kasimple isa-solve. Patay. Okay, so yan yung ating number 1. So let's have number 2 property. So ayun yung una ha. So gusto mo na i-solve, ito na yung gagamitin natin through the aid or through the use of gamma function. So number 2, let's have a konting correction about that. So yung boundary niya is 0 to pi over 2. So if we have integral from 0 to pi over 2 ng sine raised to 2m minus 1 theta, then cosine ng 2n minus 1 theta d theta. That is simply equivalent sa 1/2 beta m minus n. So kung meron naman tayong format na 0 to pi over 2 tapos sine raised to 2m minus 1 tapos cosine 2n minus 1, ito lang yung sagot. Ano kasimple. So again, same sila, beta lang din yan, pinagkaiba lang may 1/2 tapos may pi over 2. Tapos yung sine, ibig sabihin yung sine naka-ratio sa 2m minus 1. So sir, paano ko mahanap yung 2m minus 1 dyan? Equate ko lang. Kunyari, 4 yan. 2m minus 1 equals 4. Tapos kung na 7 to, 2n minus 1 equals 7 para makuha ko yung m and n. Ganun kasimple. Yan yung gagawin natin dyan. Number 3, dito is beta is commutative. So, b of m comma n is just equal sa b of n comma m. Same lang sila ng result. Number 4, this is the other form. So, kung from 0 to 1, may ibang form siya na kung saan b of m comma n. So, kunyari, nag-u sub ka, tapos nag-come up ka sa ganitong form. X raised to m minus 1 plus x raised to n minus 1 over 1 plus x raised to n plus n. Beta pa rin yan. So, ikaw na rin umintindi at madali naman siya intindi. So, may mga instances talaga pupunta ka dyan. Okay, so hindi ako nakahanap ng example katulad niyan kasi hirap maghanap eh. Parang kamot-kamot ang sakit. Tapos, syempre, another form is what if may infinity. Ito naman yung merong nasa ilalim siya. So, kunyari, 0 up to infinity na x raised to n minus 1 dx over 1 plus x raised to m plus n. So, similar case. So, once napunta ka sa dalawang form na yan, papunta ka pa rin sa beta. So, wag kang kabahan na dapat, sir, dito lang ba ako dapat sa number 2 or dito lang ba dapat sa number 1? Hindi. Hindi lang basta-basta. May mga form siya na iba. Okay, so para mas madali natin siya maintindihan guys, let's have an example. So for number 1, let us evaluate the integral of 0 to 1, the integral of x cubed 1 minus x to the 4th dx from 0 to 1. So napakasimple, simple at basic na basic sa atin. We all know na yung x part natin is just, this is just m minus 1 is equal to 3, tapos yung isa lang natin is n minus 1 is just equal to 4. So therefore, this is just equivalent sa beta of m is 4, n is 5. So this is just beta of 4, 5. Okay, so syempre, hindi pa tapos ang solution dyan. So this is just equal sa gamma of 4, then gamma of 5, then gamma of 9. So parang susolve ko rin pala talaga siya. And this is just equal sa 3 factorial, 4 factorial, all over 8 factorial. So, ayun, nag-come up nga ako na isa-solve ko rin siya. So, this is 3 factorial, 4 factorial, all over 8 factorial. Yan, so check natin. So sa calculator galagay mo lagi na parenthesis kasi hindi siya sinasolve. 3 factorial, 4 factorial, hindi siya solve ng calculator. That is 1 over 280. So therefore, the answer is 1 over 280. Simple, basic na basic. Alright, so napakadali lang yan. Now, let's have number 2. No? So, prove daw yung b of m comma n is equal to n comma m. So, pakita daw natin na sila ay equal. So, hindi ko rin sure paano siya papakita. Pero, kayang-kaya natin yan. Okay, maglalala. Okay, so, for letter A. So, ito yung proof. So, consider natin si b of m comma n. Okay, this is just equal sa integral from 0 to 1 ng x raised to m minus 1. Then 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. This is by definition of beta function. So let us use this transformation. So let natin na si x Or let natin na si 1 minus x ay equal to y. I guess ayun yung pinaka simplest way para mapakita ko. Or baliktad, sorry. So let natin na si x is equal sa 1 minus y. Huwag ganyan, mga magkamali tayo. Let natin na si x is equal to 1 minus y. Yes, tama. Okay, so sorry. Let natin na si x ay equal kay 1 minus y. Check ko lang So, magiging 1 minus y. Yes, okay. So, nung nilet ko siya, kunin natin yung derivative. So, this is just dx is equal sa negative dy. Okay, then proceed sa substitution. This is just equal sa integral from 0 to 1. So, walang magbabago dyan. Yung x natin magiging 1 minus y raised to m minus 1. Then yung 1 minus x, yung 1 minus x minus 1 minus y, so that is positive y, no? So kung papansinin niyo, this is just 1 minus 1 minus y, then raised sa n minus 1, then negative dy. Okay, so check ko lang yung magiging aid ng solution. Okay, so tama rin, no? Another thing din pala yung change of variable, no? So kung ito yung nilet natin sa change of variable niya, kung yung x dito 0, ano yung y? 1, no? Pansinin natin yung change of variable niya sa x tapos 1 minus y. Kung yung x daw dito 0, ano yung y para maging 0 tong part na to? So dapat yung y is 1. No? Kung yung x is 1, ano dapat yung value ng y para maging ano yung dapat value ng y para maging 1 to? So this is ganito yung y. So this is y is just equal to 0. Okay, so tama, baliktad dito. So this is just 1, ito yung 0. So nagkabaliktad. So from 1 to 0. So nagkabaliktad yung kanilang idea. So next is syempre simplify natin further, yung negative lalabas. So this is just equal sa negative integral from 1 to 0. Pagbaliktad rin natin, this is just 1 minus y m minus 1, simplify yun sa loob, 1 minus 1 that is 0, negative times negative that is positive y, raised to n minus 1 dy. Okay, then we all know na pag binaliktad to, magiging negative. So negative times negative, magiging positive. So this is just equal sa integral from 0 to 1, unahin ko lang to, y raised to n minus 1, then 1 minus y raised to m minus 1 dy. So basically, nauna na dito na yung n, andito na yung m. So by definition of beta, this is just beta of n comma m. So this is done. So therefore, beta function is commutative. Okay, so napaka basic. Goods na goods, no? Char. So letter B natin is prove daw natin yung property number 2. So what is property number 2, no? So yung integral ng 0 to 5. So ito yung proof. Integral ng 0 to 5 over 2 ng sine raised sa 2m minus 1 theta, then cosine 2 raised to n minus 1 theta d theta. Dapat equivalent daw siya sa 1/2 beta m minus beta. Okay, so parang ganun. Okay, so paano ba natin papatunayan na ganyan yan? So, I guess, pwede natin siyang gawin through aid ng ganitong part. No? Nag-iisip lang ako paano ko siya gagawin, guys. So, isipan ko mabuti, no? Okay, so yun. Nung tinignan ko, medyo mahirap pala siya kung dito ako mag-i-start, no? Gusto ko pupunta ako dyan. Ibahin natin yung way, no? So, mula sa 1/2 beta, so, mula sa 1/2 beta of m comma n. So, by definition of beta, this is 1/2 integral from 0 to 1 ng x raised to m minus 1. Then, we have 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. Okay, so I guess pinakamabilis na gagawin natin is ilalat natin. Let natin na si x equal kay sine squared theta. Okay, so therefore, the derivative nito, this is just dx is just equals to 2 sine, no, this is just 2 sine squared theta. Sorry, 2 sine na lang pala, rather 2 sine, tapos derivative ng sine is cosine, no, derivative ng sine is cosine, tapos d theta. Okay, so substitute natin lahat doon, tapos check natin yung boundary, no? So yung boundary, yung change ng boundary nila. Kung yung x is 0, ano dapat yung sine? Ano dapat yung value ng theta? No? So kung yung x is 0, ano dapat yung value ng theta para mag-0 siya? So therefore 0 siya. So dito kung yung x 0, ito yung sine squared theta, dapat yung theta natin is 0 din. Okay, kung yung x is 1, ano dapat value ng theta? This is just dapat pi over 2. Kasi sin pi over 2 is 1. Okay, so therefore this is sin pi over 2. So proceed tayo, this is just equals to 1/2 integral from 0 to pi over 2. Tapos yung x, ano yung x? That is sine squared. That is sine squared theta. Tapos raised sa m minus 1. I guess. Then next is yung 1 minus x. Yung 1 minus sine squared, alam mo na 1 minus sine squared. Yung 1 minus sine squared na yun is cosine squared. So this is cosine squared theta. Tapos n minus 1. Tapos lagay natin dx. This is 2 sine theta cosine theta d theta. Okay, so check ko paano siya matatanggal dyan, no? Okay, so next is pa-factor out ko yung 2. So this is just 2 over 2 integral from 0 to pi over 2. Tapos, i-sine, no? Naka-squared. So, ang mangyari dito, 2m, 2 times m minus 1, that is 2m minus 2, plus 1, kasi may isa pang sine theta. So, ang mangyari, this is just sine, tapos yung theta na yan, sine theta, naka-raise yan sa 2 times m, that is 2m minus 2. Tapos, may isa pang sine dito, this is plus 1. Ayan dito. Okay, next is yung cosine, ganun din. This is cosine theta ng 2n minus 2 plus 1 din. Then d theta. Okay, then kung mapapansin mo, pag sinimplify natin further, this is just equal sa integral from 0 to pi over 2 ng sine, tapos 2m minus 1, tapos ito yung theta, then cosine ng 2n minus 1, ito yung theta, then d theta. Okay, so therefore this is done. So therefore nakuha ko siya. Yung 1/2 ng beta ng m, n is just equal dito. So tama siya dito. Okay, so basic. No, proceed na tayo sa example, I guess, para mas maintindihan natin lahat. So ito medyo madami, pero yun, kakayanin natin i-solve lahat yan. Huwag kayo mag-alala guys, kayang-kaya natin yan. Okay, so proceed agad tayo sa napakahirap ng mga example. So let us evaluate the following integrals. No, so check ko lang kung paano siya gagawin. Malito-lito na naman sa sir at magkamali-mali na naman. Yan, totally mali. Okay, so for letter A, we have x squared dx over square root ng 2 minus x from 0 to 2. So, ayun yung balak natin tanggalin sa loob, no? So, we have letter A. We have integral from 0 to 2. X squared dx over square root ng 2 minus x. Okay, so check natin paano ba siya solve. So I guess pwede ko siya i-solve through the aid of let. Siyempre magle-let tayo. No, so I guess let tayo dito ng try natin. So let tayo ng x equal sa 2y. Okay, so therefore what is dx? Dx is just equal sa 2 dy. Okay, then check na rin natin yung brown boundary. Ito yung x, ito yung 2y. Kung yung x dito ay 0, ano dapat value ng y para maging 0 din siya? This is 0. So again na yung value ng y, hindi yung base. Ang goal ko, yung buong value ng 2y is 0. Ang goal ko, buong value ng 2y is 0. So ano dapat value ng y para maging buong 0 siya? Dapat value ng y is 0. So next is, kung yung x dito is 2, Ano dapat value ng y para maging 2 siya, yung buong 2y? Dapat ang value ng y is 1. So, kaya 2, 1. Okay, so hoping na nagets mo yung idea ni sir. So, next is, let us integrate this. No? So, this is the integral from 0 to 1. So, ganun nangyari. Then, x squared, papalitan natin, this is just 2y square. Okay, all over square root ng 2 minus 2y. Okay, then yung dx natin, ano yung dx? Dx natin is just 2 dy. This is 2 dy, kung tama ako. Okay, so next is, syempre, pa-factor out ko yung 2. No? So, kung pinactor out ko yung 2 dito, may 1 minus y na ako. So, may nag-get rid out na ako doon. No? So, factor out ko yung 2 dito sa ilalim. So, 2 squared. So, lalabas dito si 4. 2 squared tas 2. 2 raised to 3. So, may 2 raised to 3 dito. Tas integral ng y raised to 2. All over. Yung square root of 2, papactor out ko dun sa loob ng 1 minus y dy. Okay, so check paano ginawa na sir. Ang ginawa ko, pinactor out ko yung 2. Ngayon, yung square root of 2 rin, pwede ko kasi paghiwalayin. Diba kunyari, may square root ng AB. Pwede kong gawing square root ng A times square root of B. So, parang nangyari, 2 times 1 minus y, ginawa kong square root of 2 times square root ng 1 minus y. Kaya ako siya nahiwalay. So, basically, ito ay pupunta na dun. So, this is just equal sa 8 over is square root of 2, tapos from 0 to 1, nakalimutan na sir, integral from 0 to 1, tapos, ito yung y squared. Tapos, iaangat ko na itong 1 minus y. 1 minus y raised sa negative 1 half dy. No? So, at least nakuha ko na yung target natin. So, ang goal natin, syempre gagamitin natin yung beta function through the use of that. So, beta function yan is syempre yung n dito, yung m natin, m minus 1 is equal to 2. So, therefore, m is equal to 3. Dito naman is n minus 1 natin is equal to negative 1 half. Therefore, n is equal to 1 half. Okay, so therefore, this is just equivalent sa 8 over square root of 2 beta ng 3, 1 half. Okay, so this is just equal sa 8 square root of 2 multiplied by gamma of 3 then gamma of 1 half. Tapos gamma ng 7 over 2. Okay, so yun pa yung mga mahihirap na part. So paano ba siya isa-solve? Paano ba ulit tong gamma na to? Kalimutan ko na tong gamma. Check ko lang. Gamma of 2.5. So gamma of 3, 7.5. Yan guys ha, papaanin ko lang. So gamma niya is just equal lang sa, okay, so 5 over 2, 3 over 2, 1 half. 5 over 2, 3 over 2. So this is just equal lang naman sa 8 over square root of 2 multiplied by 2 factorial square root of 5 over, may 5 over 2 dito multiplied by 3 over 2 multiplied by 1 half, then may square root of 5. Okay, so kung tama ako sa gamma of 7 over 2. Okay, next is cancel out natin lahat yan. Siyempre cancel out to. Tapos simplify na natin further yan. So this is 8 times 2 factorial over square root of 2 square root of 2 times 5 over 2 times 3 over 2 times 1 over 2. Okay, so na-cancel kasi. So therefore, that is simply 64 square root of 2 over 15. So tama ako. So this is just equal lang naman sa 64 square root of 2 over 15. So therefore, the integral is this. Basic. So I guess di ata kasya lahat ng papel ni sir dito. So letter B, letter B. Dito tayo sa letter B sa taas. We have letter B, we have integral from 0 to 3 ng y squared square root ng 9 minus y squared dy. Okay, so ayun, ito rin yung idea, no? So ang idea, dapat meron tayong laging 1 minus something. Okay, so since alam ko may 9, dapat ang goal ko, sa substitute ko dapat sa y is something na may lalabas is 9. So meaning, alam ko na dapat mag-substitute ako ng y is equal to 3x. Parang ganun. Or something na parang ilalat ko na yung y squared ko, no? Parang ilat ko yung buong y squared ko na is equal to 9x. Parang ganun, guys. So parang ganito gagawin ko, no? Ilalat ko si buong y squared ko, kasi yun yung problema sa loob, equal ko sa 9x. Okay, so kunin ko yung derivative, this is 2y dy, then this is 9 dx. Okay, so ano yung dy? Dy is just equal sa 9 dx over 2y. Eh ano ba yung y? Y natin is square root of x, so this is just 9 dx over square root ng 9x, that is 3 square root of x. So this is just 2 times 3 square root of x. So this is just 9 dx over 6 square root of x, or 3 over 2. Parang ganun yung sa substitute natin. Okay, then syempre problema din natin yung value, no? So kung yung x dito, tapos ito yung y squared tayo dito, no? So y squared, tapos ito yung 9x. So kung yung y daw is 0, ano dapat value ng x para mag 0 yung 9x? Dapat 0, syempre. Kung yung y daw is 3, ano dapat value ng x para mag 3 yung 9x? Syempre, obviously, dapat siya ay, I think, dapat siya ay 1/2. Or mali ba ako ng aking value na ginamit? Tama lang ba? So, check ko lang, guys, ha. So, ano dapat value ng, sorry, tama lang. Kasi ang y natin is 3. No? Kung yung y natin is 3, yung y squared dapat 9. So, ito ay 9. 3 squared. So, ano dapat value ng x para maging 3 squared siya? So, dapat 1. Okay, so tama lang. So, therefore, this is just equal sa integral from 0 to 1. Okay, then yung y squared natin, gagawin natin 9x to. Tapos, square root ng 9 minus 9x. Tapos, yung dy natin, which is ito, which is yung 3 dx over 2 square root of x. Ayun yung mga problema natin. Okay, so pa-factor out natin yung 9 times 3 over 2, so that is 27 over 2. So this is just equal sa 27 over 2 integral, may x tapos may square root of x sa ilalim, so minus lang yon. So this is simply square root of x lang dito, or simply x raised to 1/2 para dito. Tapos may lalabas tayo dito na 9. Yung 9 na lalabas siya as 3, tapos square root ng 1 minus x, tapos dx. Okay, then hoping na nasundan. Again, ang ginawa ko, yung x over square root ng x raised to 1/2. Kasi 1 minus 1/2, that is 1/2. So, ito naman yung 9, pinactor out ko, square root ng 9 is 3. So, kaya 1 minus x na lang siya. So, lalabas na rin siya doon. Then, ito, simplify natin. So, this is just equal sa 27 over times 3, rather, over 2. Integral from 0 to 1. So, may 0 to 1 dito. X raised to 1/2. Then, 1 minus x raised to negative 1/2 dx. Okay, so therefore this is just equal sa 81 over 2, then beta of, since 1/2 siya, so that is plus negative 1/2, so this is beta of negative 1/2. Tama ba? Sorry, 3 over 2 rather. So this is 3 over 2. So beta ng 3 over 2, then negative 1/2 siya plus 1/2. So this is comma 1/2. Okay, so ano daw yung beta ng 3/2 comma 1/2? So obviously, this is just equal lang naman sa 81 over 2, tapos gamma ng 3 over 2, gamma ng 1/2, tapos this is gamma ng, pag pinag-add, that is simply 2. Okay, and we all know may property tayo nun. Yung gamma ng 3/2 tapos 1 minus 3/2, hindi, negative 1/2 pala dapat, no? So, hindi pala pwede. So, gamma ng 3/2. So, this is just equal sa 81 over 2 multiplied by gamma ng 3/2. This is 1/2 times square root of 5. Ay, gamma of 1/2 rather. tapos this is square root of phi. All over gamma of 2, this is 1 factorial. Okay, so check ko yung value na lumabas sa atin. So, may mali ba ako sa pag-solve? So, nag-check lang ako guys, baka may mali ako sa pag-solve. Y squared. Nagat ako ng y squared. So, nalet ko yung y squared na 9. Y squared is 9. So, yun, wala naman ako nakikita mali. Okay, so tama naman. So, gamma of 1 half, that is pi. So, this is just simply 81 over 2 times 1 half, that is 81 over 4, tas pi. So, this is just simply 81 over 4, tapos pi times pi, square to pi times square to pi, this is just pi. So, ito yung magiging sagot. Okay, so, yes, wala naman akong mali dun sa naging computation ko sa loob. So, check ko na lang din sa value, no? So, substitute lang natin. So, nangyari, yung y squared, pinalitan natin ng 9x. Tapos dito, ganun din. Okay naman, tama. So, naging 9x, tinanggal natin ito yung square root of 2x. Okay, so wala naman ako nakikitang mali dyan. Okay guys, so okay yan. So, next is, syempre, tuloy natin si letter C at si letter D. Dito natin sa solve. So, itong A na yan is something na yung 4 na yan sa likod na lang. So, letter C is integral from 0 to phi ng cosine 4 theta d theta. Okay, so obviously pasok siya dito sa part na to. Dito sa ating property number 2. No, nandiyan siya sa property number 2 kaso wala lang cosine. Pero yung may cosine pero walang sine. Pero yung sine pwede natin gawin sine raised to 0. Kaso ang problema dapat pi over 2 siya. And ito yung nakikita nyo. Yung 0 to pi na yan, kung papansin nyo, ang kailangan lang natin is 0 to pi over 2, meaning isang quarter revolution lang. So meaning 90 degrees. So meaning yung 0 to pi, that is 180. So therefore dalawa siya. So lumalabas na this is just 2 times, dalawa siyang ganyan, 0 to pi over 2. Tapos alagay ko dito yung sine raised to 0 theta, tas cosine raised to 4 theta d theta. Okay, so in that case kita mo na yung value. So dito lalabas ano yung m? Yung 2m minus 1 is equal to 0, tas yung 2n minus 1 is equal to 4. So ano yung m dito? M natin dito is just 1 half. Yung n naman natin dito is just 5 over 2. Okay, so ganun yung nangyari. So therefore, ano yung magiging result? This is just equal sa 2 times 1 half beta ng 1 half tapos 5 over 2. Okay, so this is just equivalent sa, so 1 na cancel na lang to. So this is just gamma of 1 half tapos gamma of 5 over 2 all over gamma of 3. Okay, so saan siya re-result? So this is square root of phi multiplied by 3 over 2 multiplied by 1 half multiplied by gamma of phi. Square root of phi na rin. Tama lang naman kasi 5 over 2, ang gamma niyan is 3 halves, 1 half, then gamma of 1 half, which gamma of 1 half is square root of phi all over 2 factorial. So therefore this is just simply 3 over 4. So this is just 3 over 8. 3 pi over 8. So I guess ito yung sagot niya. 3 pi over 8. So check ko yung sagot. Okay, so tama tayo. So that is 3 pi over 8. So letter D, we have square root ng pi over 2 sine 4, sine raised to 4 theta d theta. Okay, so yun naman yung concern. Letter D, ito na natin lagay. Square, integral ng pi 0 to pi over 2 ng sine to the 4 theta d theta. So syempre, lagyan natin ng cosine. This is integral from 0 to pi over 2. Tapos sine 4d, tapos cosine raised to 0 d theta d theta. So alam natin na yung 2m minus 1 is equal to 4. then yung 2n minus 1 is equal to 0. So m is equal to 5 over 2, n is just equal sa 1 half. So therefore this is just equal sa 1 half ng beta ng 5 over 2, 1 half. Nasolve na natin kanina yun, yung part na yun. No? So mangyari lang is i-multiply natin itong 3 pi over 8 sa 2. No? I-multiply lang natin siya sa 1 half. Yung 3 pi over 8, kasi ang sagot daw dito is 3 pi over 8. So ito, multiply lang natin siya. So this is just equal sa 1 half times 3 pi over 8. So this is just 3 pi over 16. Yun yung magiging sagot. Okay, so therefore, ayun yung sagot sa ating letter D. So dito na tayo sa mahirap na part. Okay, so let's have number 4. So the basic example. So naka-complement yan, kaya mukhang basic. Pero again, ito yung mga part na maraming trick. Kumbaga parang pag-iisipan mo paano natin siya gagawin. Right, so we have number 1, no? So number 1, we have the integral ng t minus 1 raised to 10, then t minus 3 raised to 3 dt from 1 to 3. So check ko lang. So sulat ka dito, no? Dito ko lang lagay. Kasi wala na tayong space. Hoping na kasya. So we have a integral from 1 to 3, then t minus 1 raised to 10, then t minus 3 raised to 3 dt. Okay, so ang idea dito syempre maglalet ka. Ang goal natin is dapat meron lang tayo dyang variable tas 1 minus variable. Okay, so I guess kung ako maglalet, check tayo So kung ako maglalet, ang gagawin ko lang is just check ko dito, no? So maglalet ako ng x is equal to t minus 1 over 2. So ganun, naglet ako ng x na t minus 1 over 2. So what is t? So ang t natin is just 2x plus 1 is equal to t. Yun yung x natin. T minus 1, t minus 2. Or, check ko lang din later. Tapos, tignan natin yung value ng x sa kanan t. No? Kung yung t is 1, ano dapat value ng x sa 2x plus 1 para siya mag 1? So dapat ang value ng x is 0. No, next is kung yung t is 3, ano dapat value ng x para yung 2x plus 1 is 3? So dapat siya ay 1. So okay tayo doon. So okay tayo sa boundary. So sa boundary, mangyari this is just equal sa integral from 0 to 1. Ngayon siguro ang tanong mo, no? Sir, bakit po ganyan? Ba't ka naglat ng x t minus 1 over 2? Minsan maniwala ka na lang, no? So, I guess, ayun na siguro pinaka-safe kung pwede sabihin. Maniwala ka na lang minsan, guys. So, I think ang gagamitin ko na lang is yung t minus 1 over 2 na yun kasi may t minus 1 naman na body dito, tas t minus 3 dito. Okay, so, assuming hindi mo na ako nagpapalit ng variable. So, gagawin ko, this is t minus 1 raised to 10. Tapos ang gagawin ko dito, we have t minus 1 minus 2 raised to 3 dt. Okay, so gagawin ko siyang ganun. Tawag dito. Yung t minus 1 na yan. So obviously, yung t minus 1 natin is 2x. Tapos yung t minus 1 dito is simply 2x minus 2, no? Kasi dito, mula dito, pwede kasi mangyari 2x minus 1 yan. T minus 1 is equal to 2x. So, yung t minus 1, 2x. Yung t minus 1, 2x na yan. So, this is just equal sa integral. Papalitan ko na, magiging 0 to 1. Kasi ito ay magiging 2x raised to 10. Kasi ito ay magiging 2x minus 2 raised sa 3. Tapos yung dt, paano natin kukunin? So, this is just 2 dx is equal to dt. So, this is just 2 dx. Okay, so nagkakaroon na siya ng kahit pa paano. So meron akong 2 raised to 10, 2 raised to 3, tapos 2. So ilang 2 yun? So we have integral from 0 to 1. Meron tayong 2 raised to 10 dito, tapos x raised to 10. As meron tayo dito namang pagpalagay mo i-factor out natin yung negative 2. Kasi negative 2 yung ipa-factor out natin. Kasi kailangan natin siya maging 1 minus x. No? So negative 2 yung ipa-factor out ko. So negative 2 raised sa 3, tapos magiging 1 minus x na siya. Tapos raised sa 3 pa rin. Tapos may isa pang 2, then dx. So obviously, that is negative 1 raised to 3. So yung 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 10, 2 raised to something. So may negative na lalabas. So parang 2 raised to 14 lalabas natin. So this is just equal sa 2 raised to 14 tapos negative. Tapos integral from 0 to 1 ng x raised to 10 is 1 minus x raised to 3 dx. Okay, then obviously this is just m minus 1, m minus 1. So this is 9, this is m is 9 and n is 2. So this is just equals to 2 raised to negative 14 ng beta ng 9, 2. So therefore this is just equals to negative 2 raised to 14 ng gamma of 9, gamma of 2 all over gamma of 11. So which is equals to negative 2 raised to 14, negative 2 raised to 14 multiplied by 8 factorial, 1 factorial over 10 factorial. Yan, sasolve natin. So negative 2 raised to 14 multiplied by 8 factorial, 8 factorial times 1 factorial over 10 factorial. Okay, yan. That's simply negative 8192 over 45. So therefore the integral is equal to negative 8192 over 45. So ito yung ating sagot para dun. Okay, so ganun siya kasimple. Now letter B. Sa letter B, ano ba yung letter B natin? Letter B is integral from negative infinity up to infinity ng t to the 4th dt over 1 plus t raised to 6. Okay, so check natin kung meron siyang pinuntahang format ating mga value. So I guess pwede natin siyang dalhin dito, no? So papansinin mo yung property letter number 5, that is x raised to n minus 1 tapos 1 plus x m plus n. So ganun din siya, ando dun siya. Okay, so ang pinagkaiba nga lang may t raised to 6 pa. So ang goal natin dapat maging yung t raised to 6 na yan maging x na lang something. Tapos ito negative infinity up to infinity 0 to infinity lang to. Okay, so meaning dalawa siya. So may multiplier na to sa labas. So ang gagawin ko, this is just simply 2 integral 0 up to infinity ng t raised to 4 dt all over 1 plus t raised to 6. So let natin as x to, as is. So let natin siya ng x. Let x is equal to t raised to 6 para wala tayong problema dun sa isa. Tapos problema natin yung t raised to 4. So paano natin kukunin yung t raised to 4? Yung t raised to 4 is just, nagaling ko isang square, no? So erase ko ng 1/2 both sides, so that is t raised to 4. No, kung na-raise ko sa 1/2, babawasan ko ng isang square. So malabo pala guys. No, so this is t is just 6 root of x. Ayun yung isa sa problema. So mula dito, dx is just equal sa 6t raised to 5 dt. Okay, so papatan natin. So this is just dt is just equal sa dx over 6 raised to t raised to 5. Yan yung problema. Or this is simply dx over 6 tapos yung this is 6 root, no? 6 root of x raised to 5. Or this is just x raised to negative 5 over 6 over 6 tapos dx. Yan yung magiging dt natin. So problema rin natin yung t. Ito kasi t papalitan natin doon. So again, proceed tayo dito. So proceed tayo, this is just 2 integral from 0 up to infinity. So wala naman magbabago kasi kung 0 to, yung t natin infinity. Kung 0 to, kung 0 yung t, 0 din dapat yung x. Kung infinity to, infinity rin din dapat yung x. Parang parehas sila mag-infinity. So talagang hindi magbabago yung upper boundary, yung lower and upper boundary natin. Tapos palitan natin t raised to 4, that is 4th root. So this is just t raised to 4, no? So this is a 6th root of x, tas naka-raise sa 4. All over 1 plus x na lang. Tas yung dt natin, papalitan natin ng x raised to negative 5 over 6 over 6 times dx. Okay, so lalabas natin yung 1 over 6 na yan. So this is just 2 over 6 integral from 0 up to infinity. That is x raised to 4 over 6, no, or 2/3. So nangyari, this is just x raised to 2/3 tapos x raised to negative 5 over 6 all over 1 plus x dx. Okay, so yun isa sa problema natin. Kailangan kasi natin maging form na ganun. So add natin yung exponent sa taas. So we have 2 over 3 minus 5 over 6. That is negative 1 over 6. Okay, so that is negative 1 over 6. So check natin. So this is 1 over 6 integral from 0 up to infinity ng x raised to 1 over 6 over 1 plus x dx. Okay, so next na problem natin is, alam na natin, aware tayo na naka-raise to sa m plus n. Kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung value ng m. Alam natin yung value ng n. Kasi ito, n minus 1. Ito yung n minus 1 is equal sa 1 over 6. So, ano yung n? N is just parang 7 over 6. No? 7 over 6. Kaso ito, alam natin, ito naka 1. Okay? So, aware tayo na m plus n yun. Aware tayo na m plus n yun. So, equal siya sa 1. Kaso, alam na natin yung n. So, aware tayo na ito ay m plus n is equal to 1. Kasi 1 lang yung 1 lang naman talaga siya doon. So, therefore, ano yung m? M natin is just 7, 1 minus 7 over 6, or simply, m is just negative 1 over 6. So, yung n natin is 7 over 6, yung m natin is negative 1 over 6. So, pag sinimplify, this is just 1 over 6 integral from 0 up to infinity ng x raised to 7 over 6 minus 1 over 1 plus x. Tas, nakalagay siya sa m, no? M is negative 1 over 6 plus 7 over 6. Tapos dx. Okay, so yung beta natin dyan, ito yung m, ito yung n. So this is just 1 over 6 beta ng 7 over 6 saka negative 1 over 6. So yan na isa-solve natin next. So okay yung haba. So this is just equal sa 1 over 6 gamma ng 7 over 6 plus gamma ng negative 1 over 6 all over gamma ng add nila, that is 1. Okay, so problema na lang natin si gamma ng 7 over 6. So minus 1 natin na minus 1 yan. So that is 7 over 6 minus 1. That is 1 over 6. No? So negative 1 over 6 plus 1, that's 5 over 6. Okay, so yun yung mga problema natin. So 1 over 6 na to kanina minus 1, so mangyari this is just equal lang sa 1 over 6 tapos may multiply dito na 1 over 6 tapos kailangan natin kunin yung gamma ng 1 over 6. Tapos pagdating naman dito kailangan natin gawin dito sa gamma ng negative 1 over 6. Ito yung may negative sa ilalim. Dapat, supposedly, dapat may negative sa ilalim. So, since negative siya, check ko lang kung anong gagawin natin. This is just, ang goal is maging, paano ba yung gamma ng negative 1 over 6? Nakalimutan ko, sorry. Ang gamma ng negative 1 over 6, this is just equal sa, paano yung pattern? Sa ilalim, no? So, sa ilalim siya ilalagay up to the point na mapunta. So, mangyari, mapupunta sa ilalim yung negative 1 over 6. Tapos, may matitira ng gamma ng 5 over 6. Ganun yung mangyari. Okay. All over 0 factorial. Okay, so next is ito, no. Ito yung sa gamma ng 7 over 6, ito pa lang. Tapos yung gamma ng negative 1 over 6, ito ay i-multiply natin dito. 1 over negative 1 over 6, tapos gamma ng 5 over 6. So, ano ba yung 5 over 6 saka 1 over 6? Yung 1 over 6 is 0.16. So, cancel ko na to, no? Cancel. So, ito, negative 6 na lang. So, this is just negative 6. Tapos, gamma ng 0.17. Tapos, gamma ng 0. Yung 5 over 6 natin. 0.83. Yan yung mga problema natin. Dalawang sasolve natin. Okay, so, interpolation tayo ulit. So, 0.17. Saan siya in between? So, 0.17 in between siya sa 0.1, 0.17, then 0.2. Tapos, ito is 9.5 x. Tapos, paano man lalabas dito? This is 0.2, 4.59. Okay, so next is yung 0.83, 0.8, 0.83, 0.9. So, yung 0.8 is 1.16. Ito yung y. Tapos, ito yung 1.07. Okay, so we need to solve the following. Bet, hirap. So, 0.17 minus 0.1 over x minus 9.5 equal siya sa 0.2 minus 0.1 all over 4.59 minus 9.5. Ito naman, so yun yung x, solve ko lang kung ano yung x dyan, ha. So, mangyari 0.07 multiply by 4.59 minus 9.5. Okay, then divided by 0.1. Okay, plus 9.5. Okay, that is 6.063. So, x is 6.063. Okay, next is, itong part na to, we have 0.83 minus 0.8 over y minus 1.16 is equal sa 0.9 minus 0.8 all over 1.07 minus 1.16. So, gaya pa rin ng kanina. So, this is 0.03 multiplied by 1.07. Sorry guys, hirap. 1.16. Okay, then divided by 0.10. Okay, then plus 1.16. That is 1.133. Y is 1.133. So therefore, this is just equal sa negative 6 times 6.063 times 1.33. So this is just equal sa, multiply ko na 6 times 6.063 times 1.133 rather. That is negative 41.22. Negative 41.22. So ito yung kanyang integral. Diyos ko. So ayun, dami-dami, hirap-hirap. No? So, I guess, masyado na siyang madami. Masyado na mahaba yung video. So, I guess ang gagawin ko siyang part ng exam. So, this is part ng ating exam. Probably final exam. Okay, so magbibigay na siguro ako ng hint ko ano ililet natin para mas madalian tayo. Okay, so I guess that's all. So again, thank you for watching. Hoping na nakakita ka ng maraming example regarding dito. So at least nagagawa natin yung gamma at the same time beta. So again, thank you for watching. Sana makapasa ka sa ating finals.